Hope and pray that everyone must have a wonderful journey wandering around the Nandagram, absorbed in the wonderful pastimes Radha and Krishna perform constantly 24 hours a day. So I would like to appreciate all of the devotees who joined despite living in a grahastha life, maintaining family, and to perform austerity is very glorious. So I really indebted to you for your kind association. So those spiritual warriors who made our journey successful was Ishwar Krishna Prabhu, Yamuna Sundari Mataji, I.V. Gautam, Sneha Mataji, Murli Manohar Prabhu, Shrikant Pankaj Gupta, Parmeshwari Devidasi, Girivardhari Prabhu, Shriya Devidasi, Rohini Nandan Prabhu, Sitala Priya Devidasi, Sachinandan Krishna Prabhu, Kasturi Manjari Mataji, Sishtastika Devidasi, Leela Manjari Mataji, Manmatha Anand Prabhu, Shundari Radha Mataji, and their wonderful son Rama Panda, Srinivas Acharya Prabhu, Parmanand Hari Prabhu, Nandan Priya Mataji, Sugandh Raj Prabhu, Aradhana Devidasi. Today, I don't know, we miss Prafulanand Prabhu and Sripad Lalita Mataji, but their daughter represent them to the Akshata. Haribol. Hanuman Prabhu, Ravi Pipilia Prabhu, Shaman Panchal Prabhu, Govind Gita Mataji, Rupa Vilas Prabhu, Nitya Navle Mataji, Abhay Prabhu, Sarva Tarak Prabhu, Amal Atman Prabhu, Rohit Mishra Prabhu, Saraswati Devidasi, Tulsi Priya Devidasi from Houston and from College Station, Jai Govinda Prabhu, Rajendra Prabhu, Janki Khan Prabhu, Labanga Latika Mataji, Shumidra Radha Mataji went to cook the breakfast for the deities, but good husband, Devendra Krishna Prabhu, and their wonderful daughter Soloni joined. Pandurang Devdas Prabhu, Damodarati Mataji, Tapti Ghosh Mataji, Vraj Vinod Prabhu, Anand Vinodini Devidasi. I didn't see Nissan Sharma today, or maybe he must have joined early. He joined at 2 o'clock. Priyanka Mataji, Prathmesh Prabhu, Riya Saroha, Kalpataru Mataji, Kishore Krishna Prabhu, Priya Kishori Devidasi, Raman Krishna Prabhu, Leela Mangala Devidasi, Radha Siva Mataji, Muli Mohan Prabhu, Shakti Mata Devidasi, Sarva Shakti Devidasi, Shri Kumar, Shri Kansurvasi Prabhu, Srinivas Charan Prabhu. I didn't see Namanand Prabhu today, Haribol. Or Veena Mataji either, Haribol. Vijay Keshav Prabhu, Bhadra Bharti Mataji, Kamal Mukha Krishna Prabhu, Rico Ilai, Madhvi Kopi Mataji, Uttam Bhakta Prabhu, Vallabhi Mataji, Kanta Mataji, Vani Prabhu, Shankari Kaur Devidasi, Matangi Gopi Devidasi, hopefully Radhika join, Balaji Prabhu, Madan Mohan Kundu Prabhu. I didn't see Amit and Prem Priya Padma today, Haribol. Kamal Priya Mataji, Manoj Kapoor Prabhu, Radha Charan Prabhu, Abhay Charan Prabhu, Shukruti Devidasi, Kamini Priya Mataji, Sankarsan and Manjari. I didn't see Sundari Leela Mataji today. She was joining a couple of days constantly. Sudhir Krishna Prabhu, Shakhi Sarana Devidasi, Sarmista Sahi Mataji, Rashakita Prabhu, Anand Radhika Mataji, Advait Prabhu, Rajesh and Sweta. Harikatha Mataji joined very early. I think it must be 2 o'clock there in San Jose. Haribol. Jai Sachinandan Prabhu, Pragya Nagpal. I didn't see Hemangini Chauhan today. Haribol. Radha Vallabh Prabhu also didn't join. Rasmi Mataji, Sesa Kapoor Mataji, Lekha Mataji, Thaneshwar Prabhu, Murli Gopal Prabhu, Arvind and Priyanka, Rati Vilas Devidasi, Ram Taneti, Ashish Khanna, Nama Priya Devidasi, Anand Lila Devidasi, Gadadhar Chandra Prabhu, then Raghava Perumal Prabhu, Aditri Dixit Mataji, and Gita, Shraddha Kutir, that's Kamal Mukha Prabhu, Bhavesh Pandya, and also I see the name Ashu Sadhana, I miss her name, from Jammu and Kashmir. But welcome, Mataji. If I have missed your name, please forgive me. Somewhere is your name, but I don't think that I recite your name. So today, before we hear the song, I would like to share my experience I spent yesterday at the new Talaman temple. Yogeshwar Prabhu, the president, he had the doctor's appointment, but when he knew that I'm visiting, he canceled the doctor's appointment to spend a lot of time with me showing the project. And I was lucky enough to meet Dr. Jagdish Sumani. And I was really moved by her devotion. He has not taken initiation. By profession, he was a medical doctor. He is retired. He is not living in Mississippi Palm, but he lives in Pittsburgh. His wife left in 2006 or 2008. He has sons and daughters. They are well settled. So sometimes some devotee wants to come to New Talavan and they ask him to give him a ride. So he visited the New Talavan temple. And just by visiting the farm, very secluded, peaceful atmosphere, he was inspired within his heart that he said, I'm going to build the temple myself. Beautiful temple they are building. He's funding everything, 100%. And then he is going to build some guest house also. He is really taking his lead. He has to use the stick to go. And because he don't have the residence, he lives in Pittsburgh. But one of the devotees' home, he has rented one room where he stayed and supervised the constructions. What a glorious life, I was just thinking. He said that sons and daughter are well-to-do. I don't have any Bhadrashram, and I want to do something in my life. He has a hard time to even walk with the stick, but he goes to the temple every day. And we were running so late because I want to visit New Orleans temple, but his request so much strong, I can't resist. He said, you have to come to my home where he is renting the place. What a wonderful dedication he is showing. Something that really churned my heart. So let's hear the song and then we will read from the Madhurya Kadambini.
Madhuram madhurebhyopi mangalebhyo vimangalam pavanam pavanebhyopi harer namayeva kevalam abrahmastamba paryantam sarvam mayamayam jagat satyam satyam punah satyam hare namayeva kevalam. पिता चापि सा माता बन्धवोऽपि स शिक्षये चेत् सदा स्मर्तुं हरेर्नामैव केवलम् निश्वासेन हि विश्वासः कदा रुद्धो भविष्यति कीर्तनीया मतो बाल्यात् हरेर्नामैव केवलम् सदा वसेत्तत्र यत्र भागवता जना गायन्ति भक्तिभावेन हरेर्नामैव केवलम् अहो दुःखं महादुःखम् दुःखतरं यत् काचार्थं विस्मृतं रत्नं हरेर्नामैव केवलम् नियतां कर्णो नियतां वच गीयतां नित्यं हरेर्नामैव केवलम् त्रिणीकृत्य जगत्सर्वं राजते सकलोपरि चिदानन्दमयं शुद्धं हरेर्नामैव केवलम् मधुरं मधुरेभ्योऽपि मङ्गलेभ्योऽपि मङ्गलम् पावनं पावनेभ्योऽपि हरेर्नामैव केवलम्.
Thank you much, Ishwar Krishna Prabhu, for playing a wonderful song. And that was the Mataji for Jammu and Kashmir, Visuddha Devidasi. So please forgive me. So we will be reading from the Madhurya Kadambini. Hopefully it will work. Yes, Krishna is so kind. I will read one paragraph to bring up to the speed what we read yesterday. However, he should not justify himself. This is about the Sadhu Ninda we are speaking. He should not justify himself by arguing that Shastra says, Nama apradhya yuktam namai yeva harantyagam. The holy name alone is sufficient to deliver an offender. So what is the need of humbling himself by offering repeated respect and service to the Vaishnava that he has offended? This type of mentality makes him guilty of further offense. Nor should one be of the mentality to think that the offense of Sadhu Ninda discriminate between types of Vaishnavas. It does not refer only to one who is fully and perfectly qualified with all the qualities mentioned in Scripture, such as mercifulness, never harming others, and forgiving to all living entities. Krupalur Akrutadruhash Titiksu Sarva Dehina 11:11-29 Srimad Bhagavatam. A person cannot minimize his offense by pointing out some defect in the devotee. In answer, the scriptures say, Sarvachar Vivarajitaha Sthadiyo Bhrutya Jagat Vanchakaha. Even a person who is of very bad character, a cheater, devoid of proper behavior, malicious, devoid of sanskar, and full of worldly desires, if he surrender to the Lord, must be considered a sadhu, what to speak of a pure Vaishnava. So sometimes a serious offense has been committed against a Vaishnava, but the Vaishnava does not become angry because of his exalted nature. Still, the offender should fall at that devotee's feet and seek ways of pleasing him to purify himself. Though the Vaishnava may forgive offenses, the dust of his feet does not tolerate the offenses and delivers the fruit of the offense on a guilty person. For it is said, Sarshyam Mahapurusha Padapam Subhir Nirasta Tejsu Tad Eva Shobhanam. Those who envy exalted saints are certainly diminished by the dust of their lotus feet. Srimad Bhagavatam 4:4-13. Conventional rules cannot be applied. However, to the powerful, spontaneous, most elevated Mahabhagavats, who may sometimes bestow fathomless mercy even to the most undeserving or offensive person. For instance, though Jad Bharat was made to carry Raghunath's palanquin, and the king let loose a torrent of harsh words on him, Jad Bharat bestowed his mercy in return. In a similar way, Chediraj, the Vasu who flew in the sky, showed mercy to the atheist heretic Daityas who had come to do him violence. So many great examples. In Mahabharata, there is a story of how Chetiraj, on taking the side of the demigods, who were arguing with some Brahmanas, was cursed by them to fall from his flying chariots to Patalalok, where he continued to perform his bhajan. The story mentioned here is not found in Mahabharata, and it is not known where it is from. In the same way, Sri Nityanand showered mercy to Madhai, even though the most sinful Madhai had injured his forehead, causing blood to flow. The offense of Guru Avagya, or disrespect to Guru, the third aparadh, may be considered in the same way as the first aparadh. Now we will consider the second aparadh of misunderstanding the position of Vishnu, Shiva, and demigods. Conscious being, Chaitanya, are of two types, independent and dependent. The independent being is the all-pervading Lord Ishwar, and the depending beings are the particles of consciousness, jivas, energies of the Lord, who only pervade individual bodies. Ishwar Chaitanya is of two types. One is not touched at all by Maya, and the other for the Lord's pastimes, except the touch of Maya. The first type of Ishwar is called by such names as Narayan, Hari, etc. Hari hi nirguna saksat purushaha prakute para. It is Hari who is directly the non-material Lord, transcendental to material nature. Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 10, Chapter 88, Text 5. The second type of Iswara is called by such a name as Shiva. Shiva Sakti Yuta Saswat Trailingo Guna Samvrutaha. Shiva voluntarily accepts the three gunas and appear to be covered by them. Srimad Bhagavatam 10.88.3. Though Shiva appeared to be covered by the gunas, one should not think that he is in the category of Jiva. For Brahma Samhita says, Ksharam yatha dadi vikara visesa yogat sanjayate nahi tata pruthag asti heto ya sambhutam api tatha shammupati karyat govindam adipurusham tamaham bhajami. Shiva is a transformation of the Lord, just as yogurt is a transformation of milk. Brahma Samhita 5.45. In the Puranas and other scripture as well, Shiva is glorified as Ishwar. In the Bhagavatam, it is said, Sattvam Rajas Tama iti prakuter gunastair yukta paraha purusha ekathasya dharte. Stiti adaye hari virinchi hariti samjanaha shayamsi tatra kalo sattvatanor nurnam shiva. The transcendental personality of Godhead is indirectly associated with the three modes of material nature, namely goodness, passion, and ignorance. And just for the material world's creation, maintenance, and destruction, he accepts the three qualitative forms of Brahma, Vishnu, and Shiva. Of these three, all human beings can derive ultimate benefit from Vishnu. Srimad Bhagavatam 1-23. In this sloka, it is also generally understood that Brahma may also be considered as Ishwar. But Brahma's position as Ishwar or Lord should be understood as power invested in a jiva by the Supreme Lord, Ishwar Avesa. Bhasavan yathasma sakalesu nijesu teja swayam kiyat prakutyati api tatvat atra. Brahmaya esa jagat anda vedana karta govindam adipurusham tamaham bhajami. By the bestowal of power by the Supreme Lord, Brahma is able to create the universe, just as the sun manifests a portion of its own light in effulgence gems like Suryakanta, etc. Brahma Samhita 5.49. Prithvivat dharuno dhumash tasmat agnis trayamayaha tamasastu rajas tasmat sattvam yad brahma darshanam. Wood is a transformation of earth, but smoke is better than wood. Fire is still better, forby if he can perform yajna. Similarly, passion, rajas, is better than ignorance, tamas. But goodness, sattva, is best, because by it one can come to realize the truth. Srimad Bhagavatam 1-24. Though the modes of passion is superior to ignorance, still as in smoke, one cannot perceive fire. In smoke like Rajaguna, the fire like effulgent Lord cannot be realized. In the fire-like mode of goodness, one can perceive the pure effulgence of the Lord, almost like direct realization. As fire, though present within wood, cannot be perceived. So, in the mode of ignorance, the Lord, though present, is not directly manifest. Just like even in a deep dreamless sleep, susupti, the characteristics of tamagun, one experiences a happiness almost similar to the happiness of realization of the Lord in his impersonal aspect. Nirveda Jnana Sukta. Considering the tattvas in this way, we can understand the conclusions. The conscious being who are dependent on the Lord, jivas, are of two types. Those who are not covered by ignorance and those who are covered. Devatas, men and animals. The uncovered jivas are of two types. Those under the influence of the Lord's Aishwarya Shakti and those uninfluenced by that Shakti. So those not influenced by the Lord Aishwarya Shakti are broadly again two types. Those practicing Jnana who merge into the Lord, and the other one is practicing Bhakti who remain differentiated from the Lord and taste nectarian bliss. That is the highest stage. So those who are influenced by the Aishwarya Shakti are of two types. Those absorbed in Jnana belonging to the spiritual sphere, like example given, 4 Kumaras. And those absorbed in the function of creation, etc., of the material sphere, Brahma, etc. Thus, one may consider that Vishnu and Shiva are non-different, being the same Ishwar Chaitanya. A devotee who is without material motivation, Niskam, must discern who is worthy of worship, or not on the basis of Nirguna and Saguna, that is, with no material qualities, Vishnu, and with a touch of material qualities is Shiva, Brahma, etc. Being different type of Chaitanya, Brahma and Vishnu are completely distinct. Brahma is a Jiva and Vishnu is Ishwar. So sometimes Brahma and Vishnu are described as identical in the Puranas, but one should, however, understand this statement by the example of sun, Vishnu, and the jewel Suryakant, Brahma, which is invested with the light of the sun. So Suryakant is like a magnifying glass, which takes the rays of the sun and manifests the heat of the sun by burning paper, etc. In this way only, Brahma is considered non-different. In some Mahakalpas, even Shiva is a Jiva, like Brahma invested with power by the Lord. Kvachit Java Visestvam Harasyoktam Vidher Ivati. As in Brahma's case, sometimes a particular Jiva takes the role of Shiva. Thus Shiva is sometimes classed with Brahma in such statement as Yastu Narayanam Devam Brahma Rudradi Devatai Shamat Vinaiva Manyatasa Pashran Ha Bhaved Dhruvam. A person who considers Narayan as equivalent to Brahma, Shiva, and the other devatas is a low rascal. Hari Bhakti Vilas 1.73. So those who have not thoroughly researched in the matter say that Vishnu is the Lord, not Shiva, or that Shiva is the Lord, not Vishnu. That since I am a devotee of Vishnu, I will not give regard to Shiva or vice versa. Such people deliberately involving themselves in such argument and also commit namaprad. We should not offend the devatas because they are also doing wonderful service. They are performing their duties. So we should not feel, but at the same time, we should not accept the demigod as a supreme law. That's offense. And we see that all the demigods always take shelter of Krishna. Srimad Bhagavatam says, Ita chansa kalaha punsa Krishnastu Bhagavan Swam. After mentioning all the incarnation expansions, it says that Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So if somebody considers the demigod as equal to the Krishna, such offender can become enlightened by devotee with thorough knowledge of the matter. Then they can realize in that what way Shiva and Vishnu are non-different. With this realization and by performing Nam Kirtan, the person can nullify his offenses. There is a wonderful class Tamal Krishna Goswami Maharaj is given in Fiji, God, demigod and incarnation. So many people has become free from the worship of demigod just by watching their video. It's very famous. Everybody should try to see it. I think it's also available on the YouTube. If you put the God, demigod and incarnation by Tamal Krishna Maharaj, you can find it. So Shruti Shastra Ninda is the fourth offense of disrespect for Shruti scriptures, Vedas, considering that they do not mention anything about bhakti and are thus only glorified by worldly minded people. If one commits this offense, one obtains relief when one has the fortune to understand this subject properly from a knowledgeable devotee. The Shrutis very mercifully help the most unqualified people, not following any Vedic rules or regulations and blinded by material desires to come to the path of bhakti. Commission of the fourth offense is nullified by using the same mouth that criticized the Shastra, such as Shrutis, propounding karma and jnana. One should praise the same scripture as well as the practitioners of those scriptures and perform loud chanting of the holy name. And in the same way, one should understand the commission and nullification of the other six offenses. Next are the anarthas arising from bhakti. As many weeds grow along with the main plant, along with bhakti, there appears acquisitions of material wealth and other facilities, worship and respect by others, a comfortable position and fame, love, puja, pratishtha. By their nature, they have the power to influence the heart of the devotee, expand and retard the growth of the main plant intended for the cultivation of bhakti. So stages in nullification of the anarthas. So four types of anarthas have been mentioned, which are very detrimental to our bhakti, namely those arising from previous sinful activity, from previous pious activity, from namaparad, and from cultivation of bhakti. So they have 5 grades of anartha nivrutti, nullification, limited to one anartha. Affecting many anarthas, almost complete, purna and absolute. Thus, immediately after starting performance of the devotional activities, bhajan kriya, there is nullification, but it is limited according to the famous logic. The town burned, the cloth is torn. In other words, when we hear that a town burned, we can imagine that some of it must still be existing. Or if a cloth is torn, the pieces are still existing. By continued practice with the appearance of nistha, the eradications is pervasive, affecting many anarthas. So with the appearance of rati or bhav, the eradications is almost complete. With the appearance of prema, the eradication is complete. With the attainment of the Lord's association, the eradication is absolute, with no possibility of their reappearance. Thus, if one thinks that the following occasional episodes demonstrate anartha arising even after attaining the lotus feet of the Lord by one's intelligence, he should throw out that thought from his mind. So we have to go to the stage, then nothing will stop us. In the case of Chitraketus, who had already attained the lotus feet of the Lord, his accidental Mahaprad to Shiva was apparent, not real, for there was no ill effect from his mistakes. Both as an associate of the Lord and assuming the form of a demon, Vrutashu, his wealth of prem was still evident. The cause of apparent offense of Jai and Vijay was a manifestation of their personal desire stimulated by prem. The two desired in this way, quote, O Prabhu, O Lord of Lords, O Narayan, you desire to fight, but we do not see a suitable opponent for you. All those available are too weak. Though we are strong, we are not inimical to you. Somehow or other, make us inimical to you and realize your desire to fight. We, being your faithful servants, cannot tolerate to see any lack whatever in your perfection. Diminish your quality of affection for your devotees and fulfill your prayers. So a lot of the time, it's not that demons are really bad. It's by Krishna make them influence in such a way so Krishna can enjoy. Because in Goloka Vrindavan, nobody wants to fight with Krishna. So he has to come to the material world to enjoy the fighting spirit. And that's what he does. So we should not think all the demons are bad. They are performing the inner desire of Krishna. They are part of his energy and they are trying to give the pleasure. So with this thought, I think we should stop. Time has reached. Then we need to consume our regular duties of our life, day-to-day life. But always try to remember Krishna while you are at the work. Somehow or other. I have that coaching Balaji Prabhu from LSU University, Louisiana State University, doing his master. And he is so sincere that he always asks me small thing that Prabhu, when we study or something, it's very difficult to remember Krishna. What should I do? I said, you have a DAX. If somebody can monitor you, what you do while you do study? He said, no. So I said, why don't you keep very beautiful frame Hare Krishna Mahamantra on your desk when you study? Even if you glance at the Mahamantra, will remind you the presence of Krishna. And this is what we need to do somehow or other. We need to find our nature And we have to find our way how you can remain constantly engaged, remembering Krishna. That's the goal of our life. But I'm telling you, these wonderful people I'm meeting over here in Baton Rouge, and it's really enlightened me to see that how much devotion they have in their heart. It's so nice to know those personality. Actually, the doctor Jagdish, he promised me that he will visit soon to Houston, and he said, "I want all your help." And I said, "Whatever way I can help, I will be always available." But in a short 4 hours of association, we became so close friends. That is the quality of the devotion. Krishna help us to unite with those people. When we become sincere, we will come in contact with those people that will increase our devotion, not with those that they will reduce our devotion. So we have to, in the initial stage of our life, sadhana bhakti, we have to be extremely careful whom we associate. Believe me, it has influence, believe it or not. So today, tomorrow, I will be still giving chanting with you from Baton Rouge, and then afterward, by 9 o'clock, we will leave to come to Houston, and then we will be chanting from the Holy Dham of Houston. I miss Radha Nila Madhava and their associates and their all the devotees from Houston. Glorious. Thank you very much. With those thoughts, I would like to offer my humble obeisances at the desk of these wonderful Vaishnavas and Vaishnavis who take so much austerity to join every single day from Aurora, Illinois, Carbondale, India, New York, New Jersey, Virginia, Boston, Boise, Atlanta, Tempe, Phoenix, College Station, Austin, San Jose, Dallas, Detroit, Chicago, Naperville, Philadelphia, Charlotte, Baltimore, Baton Rouge, Portland, Dhaka, Orlando, Jacksonville, Ohio, St. Louis, New Delhi,